Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a new video. I know that I took some time off, kind of dealing with some family stuff, and I kind of want to just address what we are seeing right now with Bitcoin kind of falling. We're also going to talk about the stock exchange, and also what we've seen today with, Powell coming out and talking about what he's going to do, which was not exciting at all for, any stock market investor or anything like that, including us as well, just because, we kind of rely on a lot of exchanges besides just the crypto market. But yeah, like first we're gonna talk about, the U.S. dollar. We seen back in around this time, the U.S. dollar was at 102.82, which pretty much invoked us to have that really bad crash back in March. As you guys know, it was not a good time for March. We're kind of getting up there now. The US dollar is not going to probably see that 102 mark, but we are, getting up there. We're up, about 0.56, almost 1%, and you can kind of see the day range here, the weekly range here as well. Like, this is the 52 range, of course, just because I'm looking at the 3-year, but you can kind of see where we are, compared to what the high was back in March of, 2020. Now, if we just go to the year to date, you could kind of see, our high is what we're currently kind of sitting at, where, we're only down by 200ths, and we actually just hit that just now. So, we are still going up, and, this is bad for our market. If this goes up, we kind of come down, like I mentioned in my last videos. This is kind of what we look at. We look at this, we look at the stock market exchange, we look at the S&P 500, etc. But what I'm hopeful for is just to kind of get this correction over with already, so that we could see those alts really fly. I'm not really focused on 10% pumps or anything like that. I want to see 1000% pumps. You guys already know what I'm looking for in terms of an alt season. But we are seeing that Bitcoin fall down, and I mean, this is what I am hopeful for happening here, is this ABC playing out. We didn't get that ABC where the A was down here, B was up here, and then C was down here, like I hoped to actually happen, just to kind of get this out of the way, because this isn't guaranteed, but it is very highly probable. And I will apologize for using the term guaranteed in my last video, just because I know a lot of people were upset by that. And I do apologize for using that term. I shouldn't be using that term, especially in this market. But like I said, I was recording that video pretty late, and I do apologize for using that word. But I think this is highly probable of happening. I really want this to just happen as soon as possible. These dates down here really don't matter, but this is what I am expecting to happen. I mean, this is what I'm seeing. I'm very hopeful for this to happen, just so we can get it behind us and just kind of start alt season fully. We are seeing the S&P 500 down, almost, well, now 83 points. The Dow Jones down 625 points. I mean, if we come down here to bonds, I mean, the 10-year bonds went up, but everything else went down. Powell didn't really help today. He basically told us that, the Fed is on a fence. They don't know what to do. They're kind of in turmoil right now. They really can't make a decision, because, any wrong decision could initiate a crash. If we get a stock market crash, it's not good for us. Now, what would be good for us is a U.S. dollar crash, where we push the U.S. dollar down in price point average, and then we get, cryptocurrency going to the moon. I mean, that would be the best for us, but we all know that that's not in the Fed's, best interest. It's not in the government's best interest as well. I mean, I know a lot of people said, hey, we are getting, stimulus checks, so wouldn't that help the market greatly? I mean, yeah, currently, we've seen some small cap coins pretty much push up. Loom pushed up a little bit. I know a lot of people are mad about, me, just pushing my agenda on that topic. I mean, it's just realistic viewpoints, but we did see small caps like that move. I mean, we seen, mana go up, almost 50%. So yeah, I mean, stimulus checks great for the market, but overall, we are looking at these these markets here. We're looking at the S&P 500, the Dow Jones. We're looking at the U.S. dollar index. I mean, this is what will make this play out perfectly. I was hoping for this to play out, days ago. Everybody that follows me knows that I was expecting this on Tuesday. We didn't get that. I can't predict exactly what's going to happen, but I was hopeful that it would. And I think anybody that's in this crypto scene would actually hope for this to happen sooner than, expect it, because once this happens, we are in the clear for alt season. Anybody that's not hopeful for this to happen, you're not really expecting alt season to really take off. I mean, listen, we will still get an alt season no matter what. It's just once this plays out, it's to the moon. We could still technically we could still come up from here. Like if we get rid of this chart and we kind of just play from here. So, say for so we get this ABC where, say for so this is our bottom. 47,678, which I believe it's highly unlikely. Now, what could have happened was this was our A, this was our B, we come down here, and then we just, from there, is our C mark, and then we come up and just take off. Now, if this happens like that, which, again, this is highly unlikely, then it would be great because we would still get that. Here, we'll actually do a projection on it. We'll still get this pump from back here, about here, like this. So we would get to that 70K mark up here where, alts are really, really flying up. I mean, this is, you could actually look at it from our current price point. It would be about a 58% profit increase from its current price of about 27,640. Now, could this happen? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, this could easily play out. Either way, I'm not buying at these levels here. 44,000 down to, 36,000 is really my buying areas. It could go down lower if it wants. It doesn't matter. But, I'm really seeing about 37 to about 40,000 being our true bottom, especially, 38K being our actual, natural support. But I really think that currently right now what we are playing in is that ABC correction because we really didn't hit that 702 Fibonacci level, which was about 52 to 54,000 on the range scale. We didn't really hit that. We got denied it. Actually, we got denied it twice. Realistically, this whole chart could kind of look like a head and shoulders, but I'm really not seeing that. Like I said, I'm really looking at, if we come back here and we kind of just do an A, B, and C, with that being the ABC correction that happened much earlier. I mean, that could definitely play out as well, but I'm still seeing, my original, plan where if we actually look at this, we kind of see this right here. Now this would have put us about at that, 53,702 Fibonacci. That would have been the best point. I think that could have actually played out from here if that was the case. But I'm still seeing this play out where we still come down a little bit lower. Actually, it would be from here to hit that 37,427 mark, which would be an A, B, and then our C mark would be somewhere up here, which it would be around that 72,000 mark. Now this would be that 50% price jump from our price here, but from our B mark, that would be about 100% increase, which would realistically bring all those alts with it, where we get, those 4,000% pumps and stuff on those really small cap coins, especially, HBAR, like I said. Loom could still pump. It still has room to pump. I'm not going to say that Loom's not going to pump, because I do definitely see it pumping. I'm just not putting more money into it until I truly see the value behind the project. I'm not going to go against anybody that's invested in Loom. I think everybody has their own opinions here. I kind of just say what I realistically think about something. I'm not going to, hold anything back, especially on projects where I do see a lot of people kind of, shilling it all over Twitter. I mean, listen, I definitely think that it has a lot of room to move. I mean, all small cap coins do. That's why I'm invested heavily in, Mana, Civic, DNT as well, HBAR. I mean, those are the types of coins that really give us those nice, juicy, profits. So, do I know that this is guaranteed to happen here? Uh, not really. I mean, nothing's really guaranteed, like I said. So, um, I do apologize for using that term again in my last video, but I do think that this is highly likely. I think this has about a 70 to 90%, chance of playing out. I really do, because if we look over here at the dollar index, we are still climbing heavily. We actually seen a very high, price jump here. If we go over here to the stock exchange, we are down 640 points on the Dow Jones, almost 100 on S&P. I mean, it's playing into this ABC correction. It all depends on the closing today, because this could easily bounce back. The stock market could easily bounce back. Nobody really knows where things are going. This is just all chart analysis. This is pretty much what, we could potentially see. This is one of many, chart analysis that could happen. But I think that this is highly likely. If we look at the fear and greed index, back in, September, we seen a lot of fear. September of, last year, we seen the US dollar index at 92.14. We are still climbing there. We're still getting there, and it actually even rose higher in the month of September. We hit 94.64. If we get to those points, on the dollar index, our fear level will fall greatly. I mean, this gets updated in 4 hours and 57 minutes, and we're still pretty good. We're extremely greedy right now. And I think that this could easily turn to being extremely fearful very soon. It all depends on the market. You guys since I started this video, we rose up almost, 0.10 of a decimal point. So, Bitcoin is still kind of consolidating here. We hit that 47.52, which these numbers really don't mean too much, but we are still kind of falling here. It all depends on where the stock market seems to be going. We're almost going to hit that 700 point mark where we're down 700 points. We're almost down 100 points on the S&P 500, and it doesn't seem to be, looking too good here for those. The US dollar is still kind of sitting here at that 91.6. It is well over 91.5. 91.5 was a key level that we were looking at today, and we could definitely see the C wave. Well, realistically, it's now a B wave. But if we kind of move this back and we kind of look at this realistically, we could still be in that point where where we're seeing, you know, it's true play-by-play point, taking place. So it could be this, massive, you know, A, B, C, where we just hit this C mark. That could be, one, or it could be what I just mentioned previously, where we get that just A, B, and then our C mark is up here in this 70K mark. It's really hard to tell because this could be any which way. I mean, the price action has changed drastically on this Bitcoin chart since even my first video that I did on it. It's really all we could really do right now is look at the charts, the dollar index, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes into the crypto market. I think that's where a lot of people kind of lose the link to where Bitcoin's going to go, where it's not going to go. We are seeing volatile markets right now. I mean, even the Dow Jones took quite a bit of a fall today. I mean, even Bitcoin took quite a bit of a fall. I mean, we were at that almost 52,500 mark that we were kind of looking at, especially if we held above that 54,000 mark. We were pretty much on our way to alt season, but we couldn't hit that 702 Fibonacci level, and we could not hold above it. So that pretty much tells us, hey, we could very likely see a pullback. We could see a pullback down into these 37,000 to 40,000 ranges down here. So realistically, nothing is guaranteed, but this is definitely highly probable. This could even be our C here, this could be our B, and this could be our A. It's very, I mean, there's really no way to give a right or wrong answer here. It's just kind of all price analysis and kind of looking at the chart and seeing where things are going. I mean, this could have easily have been our A here, our B here, and then down here could be our C. I mean, only time will tell. I mean, I'll definitely keep looking at this chart today. I'll keep looking at the dollar index as well as the Dow Jones and also the S&P 500. If anything changes, I will update my Twitter, because these videos are recorded in real time at around 2:06 p.m. EST right now. We have a long day ahead of us. We still, Asia hasn't waken up yet, so we don't know where the market's going to go. But I will definitely keep my Twitter updated. I pretty much am on Twitter a lot. I kind of try to keep everyone updated with things, even if it's good or bad. I kind of try to stay neutral on a lot of things and just give my, realistic viewpoints on things and kind of give the benefit of the doubt. So, I mean, that's basically what I'm seeing here. I mean, you guys have seen it in live. The US dollar kind of climbing up that mountain of getting to the point where, we are going to get to this fear level here. I mean, even back in March, we had, incredible, fear levels down here. So, only time will tell. We have to look at the charts and kind of see the price action that ensues. But I definitely know that the Feds did not help with, this price action today at all. So we'll definitely keep an eye on things. I'll definitely keep everybody updated on Twitter. I am doing my best here. I'm not, I'm not an absolute professional with this stuff. I'm not in the game for 10 years, but I am in the game for quite a bit of years now, and this is what I'm seeing. We did not hit the 702 Fibonacci level, so yeah, I mean, a pullback would definitely be healthy. It would definitely be, something that I could see happening very, very soon. I mean, it's kind of just needed at this point, and it's overdue, especially even the Dow Jones was overdue for a correction. And if we look at the Dow Jones chart, we could kind of see how that actually happened. I mean, if we look at this realistically, I mean, look at that correction. I mean, we were up here at about 32 flat, a little bit over it, and now we're pretty much here at 30,696. I mean, this is a healthy correction. A lot of people will claim that, right here, panic ensues. People will, panic sell, panic buy. It's all emotions here. I mean, you gotta hodl through dips and just kind of buy them. That's the best way to do anything. I mean, anyone will ever tell you that. If you've been in crypto for, a long enough time, you never sell here. You sell up here, you buy here, if that's the case. But I'm not a day trader myself. I'm a long-term holder. I will never sell up here and try to buy here, or I mean, if you want to buy here and sell down here, you pretty much put yourself in that risk. But that's basically what I'm seeing, guys. That's what I'm keeping my eye on today is the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, and the dollar index. We're still kind of climbing here. We're at 91.64, which, our high today was 91.65. So we just keep climbing here. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna just keep an eye on this. We're definitely gonna, look at this all day pretty much. My eyes are on it all day, and I'll definitely keep everybody updated. I apologize again for saying, that anything's guaranteed in this market because it's not, but I will say, it is highly probable that we do get a pullback and a correction for sure. But nonetheless, thank you for everybody that, supports the channel, supports me on Twitter. I'm just trying to deliver the best, analysis that I could, as well as, keeping everything realistic. I really don't want to sell anybody on, shilling a project or on just pure hopium. Even with H-bar, it's something that I see a lot of potential with. I've seen the updates from the team. I've seen the project updates. It has the partnerships under its belt. They're named. It's just something like that that's, very, very probable of being something that's going to return, those 1,000 times gains. That's something that I'm interested in. Like I said, I will continue holding my original Loom, bag just because I do like diversifying my wallet, but I will not be buying any more. I still want the project to pump because I want us all to make money here. I don't want the project to dump at all, and I don't think it will. But, like I said, I just will not be putting more money into it. That's all I've been saying. So, nonetheless, thank you all for watching the video. I'll definitely keep a close eye on things and update you guys along the way. I appreciate it nonetheless. So, I'll definitely catch you guys later. Peace.